the worst thing you can do is let other people tear down a 10-2 record, whether it's saying you don't play anybody or, you're just relying on defense or whatever negative somebody's going to put on a positive. It's always going to happen, and we don't really worry about it. We're just excited. We know we've come a long way. This franchise and organization has had some great years, and then went into a little lull there for a minute. But then it just takes a couple guys. We get it back on track, and all of a sudden we're 10-2 and right where we want to be.
There you go. That's your positive affirmation from your guy Bo Nix. It's your boys DMac with Coach Mike Sanford. Hey, we're 10-2. Pound sand, everybody.
I know, man. I was 10-2 until Saturday. Now I'm 10-3, and my season's over. Not as fun, dude. 10-2 is pretty cool, man. You feel important as a 10-2 guy.
You feel good at 10-2?
Yeah,
in general.
10-2, man. My wife thought I was a little. She was kind of thought I was a little good-looking guy. Back to being the ugly fired ball coach, man.
Comes and goes.
Yeah, but how about listening to Bo Nix say, he's definitely hearing people criticize the type of 10-2 that the Broncos are.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I thought. He's hearing guys like this.
Don't even get me started on the Broncos, who just
you're wrong, Evan. You're wrong, and you
Boston Cream. They barely just beat Marcus Mariota. In overtime, he had a wide open receiver in the flat, and if he gets the ball 3 inches higher over Nick Bonino's head, they just got upset by the Commanders, who are 3-8 with their backup quarterback.
Preach.
DMac.
He watches all the games. Good old Nick Bonino.
Yeah, DMac, those are your people, man. Just to be fair, that's quintessential masshole podcasters right there. Sean Payton thinks that our stupid little internet shows are bad. Could you imagine him watching those? My gosh.
Well, the best thing is that we at least figured out this moment.
What is the right pronunciation?
Mariota. I think it's been said over the years like Mariota, which is incorrect, and it's pronounced Mariota.
Mariota.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Stu.
Okay.
I've always been a Mariota guy.
A Mariota guy?
Because you know why? I played the video game, and I'm not Canadian and a fan of the Lemieux family. So all of you Mariota people, you guys like the Lemieux. You're French Canadians.
We are brought to you by Journey Spice. And okay, Mike, I heard from Andon and Rosa, who I love.
Yeah.
The local company, and they're like, what we really like is when Coach talks about how he uses Journey Spice. And I was like, oh, sure. So how are you using Journey Spice these days?
Well, I kind of post football season. It's cooking season, and it's also meat smoking season.
Meat smoking. Let's go.
So that's the thing that I'm most excited about Journey Spice. You think it might be just for spicing up your baked dishes? Nah, man. I'm gonna use some of my Journey Spice, and I already started kind of working on some different concoctions to get some good rubs, man. I want to throw it on there, mix it up with a little bit of brown sugar, get some Middle Eastern rubs on some meats. That's what I'm doing. I'll
tell you this: the KC rub, it's got a little kick.
Yeah, I like some good old fashioned kick. What I love is that you just take the little top right there and boom, look at it right here. Here it is, and.
What? Wait, I know I can do it. Oh, right there. Look how easy that is.
And you're ready to go. Bump.
Flavor in, plastic out. You don't, need all that stupid plastic. It's good for you. It's organic. It tastes great.
Yeah, that or can you imagine organic Tuscan seasoning on a nice I like it on a pork chop. Organic Tuscan seasoning, pork chop, combination of that Tuscan seasoning and a little bit of brown sugar.
All right. If you want to make it nice, easy peasy, just use this QR code right here and to check it out and use the code GetSpicy at Amazon.com. Thank you, Journey Spice. All right, Coacher, the Raiders. I mean, where do you even? Oh, by the way, how about Crosby? Did not practice today.
Yeah, nor did our guy DJ Jones, right?
Nor did DJ Jones. Yeah, unfortunately.
There was one other Bronco injury that I wasn't.
Nate
Atkins has been pretty consistent, but
somebody else, really? Hold on.
Maybe that's it.
I think that's the surprise. Actually, was Crosby, but hold on, I got it right. I mean, you can't really read it, but I got it.
Read the Broncos.
Yeah. Ellis was full. That's good.
That's good.
Atkins did not participate neither. Oh, Pat Bryant.
Yeah, Pat Bryant.
And Zach Allen.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Strange,
that's a couple new
strange
ones
injury report today. A little bit of a strange injury report.
Yeah,
from the
Zach
Broncos.
Allen, calf, limited Pat Bryant. So that's new. Both those guys are new from yesterday, by the way.
Right.
And so, yeah, that is a little concerning. And DJ Jones and Nate Atkins, neither one of them has practiced Wednesday or today. So, yeah, that's concerning. But for the Raiders, Geno Smith was back in full. So that's that.
DMac, Al Michaels has a really, really bad comb over.
Oh,
It's
Al
like
Michaels,
he like pulls it. He like pulls it. It's not good, man.
he's got a strange body. And do you know why? There's a very specific reason why.
He's not tall.
No, well, okay, we start there. He doesn't eat any vegetables at all. None. That is a body that's about 5'6" that eats nothing but meat.
Meat and carbs. Meat and just pure carbs.
So he is just like round and filled. He's just like.
So let me ask you this: do you think that the reason that Al Michaels, do you think that Al Michaels hasn't come to a love and appreciate vegetables because he's never had Journey Spice added to his vegetables?
There you go. Another plug for Journey Spice.
Pretty good. Didn't pay for that one.
You want to see some of the Raiders by the numbers?
Ooh, please do. This could get weird.
You want offense or defense?
Let's go offense.
Okay. This is where the Raiders are so bad. They are so freaking bad. Hold on here. Hold on. No, I want this. No, I want this off for a second. Okay. So
where do you get this from? I love this.
I can send this to you. This is just the Broncos press release.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
Oh, hell, you're Coacher, no problem. Done. You'll get it every week.
Thank you, man.
Easy to get.
I'm sure Megan Boyle sends it to me.
And the Broncos, yeah, actually, you could just reach out. Actually,
I love Megan. Megan's the best.
Megan's great. I love Megan too. She's awesome. Did they reach out to you for your address for Sean Payton ice cream?
No.
I'm not going to help you with that. You got to earn that. But,
I'm cool. I'm good. I'll take Amory Sanford giving me ice cream. I don't need Sean.
Stop it. We all love our wives, okay? We all love our wives. We don't have to kiss ass to our wives here. So don't play it up like you're not getting ice cream from the coach because you love your wife and I don't? No,
I didn't say that. I just said
that's what you were implying.
I'm entirely pleased by getting a sundae served to me by my wife, not by Sean Payton. I don't need a Sean Payton sundae. Okay.
Yeah. Reach out to Megan and you'll see how great it is. Get the press release too. But look at this offense, man. Here's the craziest number. The Broncos are 10-2. The Raiders are 2-10. They're the same in giveaway takeaway -3.
That's wild.
How messed up is that?
That's strange.
It's so weird. But there is and the Broncos are highly penalized. But here's what the Broncos don't do. They don't allow sacks. Not really. They're number 1 in the league in that department. And Congratulations to Garrett Bowles for being the Walter Payton Man of the Year. That's awesome. Second time for him. Way to go. The nominee for the Broncos. And they'll announce the winner, at the Super Bowl.
Well, my Boise State brother and fellow alum Ashton Genty, he's a part of an offensive unit.
Oh my God!
Is
dude.
Dead last in net rushing yards per game. 37.
Hold on a second, because my wife. Hold on, Mike. My wife wants to chime in. I love ice cream and these stats. That's Cat Dave.
You can do both. You can do both.
That's there.
That's
all
awesome.
right. So I love you, Kim. Genty. Well, here's what was going on. They had a real Chip Kelly was confused with who he had and what he was trying to do. And there was huge consternation about not using Genty. He wouldn't use him. Yeah. He would not use him for whatever messed up reason. And I think that is the biggest reason. And since he's been fired, it's been Ashton Genty left, Ashton Genty right. They can't get enough. And if it's not going to Genty, it's going to Brock Bowers, who's really, really talented. But you know what they don't have? They don't have any down the field threats, Mike.
Zero receivers. Zero receivers. Name a Raiders receiver right now.
Hesh.
I dare you.
Hesh. And I'm doing that off the top of my head because his name is so weird and I never heard of him before. I was like, that's a receiver? It's like Hesch. Who else do they have? Oh God, I was just looking at it.
Jacoby's gone.
Yeah, to your point, I know what you're saying. You're right. They have no receivers. None.
Zero.
Now
they do have 2 tight ends that can play. Michael Myers is a good player. Mayer.
I think is it Myers?
I think it's Mayer.
I don't know. They got 2 players. They got Genty, who, like a lot of small backs in the NFL, just gets lost sometimes between the tackles to find space. Same thing's happening with our guy, RJ Harvey. Same exact thing. Where's the space? I do think Genty is better than Harvey. I do.
Yeah, he is better. He is better.
I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing with you. I think RJ Harvey has some abilities catching the ball. I think Ashton Genty does find space better than RJ Harvey. But
Ashton Genty hasn't been a wild success, though. Obviously.
Correct. They're last. Yeah, no, they're last in rushing. They're last in rushing.
Right.
What other numbers stand out to you there? I got defense for.
Well, both the Broncos and the Raiders don't fumble. Their running backs take ball security at a premium. You know what's crazy is fumbles lost.
Yeah.
For as many times as Geno Smith gets hit and sacked, it's actually it's almost a little bit of that Shedeur Sanders like superpower where they get hit all the time and they take sacks like crazy. You remember the amount of times that Shedeur Sanders at CU was just absolutely obliterated and somehow like he'd be blindside hit while he's throwing and the ball never dislodged from his body. It was crazy, man. It made no sense.
By the way, let me address this right here. You taking an Arizona coaching job with that sweater, Sanford announcement on December 5. What are we talking about?
That's in well, this sweater kind of looks very looks southwestish.
It does.
So I think that's, but Wendell, definitely a sprinter. So I love you there, Wendell. Raj didn't call tomorrow's date December 5th. He called it December 5.
Oh, I see.
And I found that KJ found it hilarious. He's like, I've never heard somebody call a month and date December and then just the number 5. It was crazy.
So we got like December 1, December 2, December 3, December 4.
Well, no. So Raj's insane explanation for that was that he said that the word 5th, he said that is it's too chewy of a word. What? Whereas, I was like, what about today? What's the date today? He goes, December 4th. I go, but that's not chewy. So yeah, he said that December 5th is chewy. Therefore, he says December 5.
All right, you want to look at the defense?
Well, I want to see this. This is going to be fascinating.
Well, this is better. Way better.
Yeah.
Right? Way better.
Well, I think the 10-point game against the Broncos helped out a bunch when the Broncos scored 10.
Yeah. This is funny. Like, so Sean Payton was very much in his feelings this week, like
he was, man, very reflective.
But here's Sean is giving. Well, hold on a second. Sean is giving a compliment to Max Crosby and taking a shot at the Raiders while going on about the year he was coaching 6th grade football back in the Bounty Gate suspension. So we get this.
Now that 6th grade team still, when you're playing other 6th graders, there's 2 or 3 that have matured. It's a unique age. It's 6th grade, and so I had the DVDs of the opponents, and there was always that one kid that could destroy the game. And so it's the same as Max Crosby. There's one kid that drove to practice with a beard, and the rest of them were all 6th grade. So
that is hysterical when you think about it there, Coach. Here, I'm going to take this off. But basically he's saying that the Raiders blow, except they have one 6th grader with a beard, and that's Max Crosby.
He got a game record, man. And a game record he is. Although I will say Max Crosby, as good as he is, do you think there's starting to become a point in time where there's some fatigue in Max Crosby with just the surrounding?
Yeah, of course.
I felt it. I felt it this year because I think that Max Crosby loved AP. he loved Antonio Pierce.
Mm.
And I think he loved them because Antonio Pierce allowed them to have victory cigars, even if they never won any games.
Yeah.
But the victory cigars inside the locker room, they were the cigars of the variety where you hollow them out down the middle and fill them up with some other substance. Yeah. So yeah, on very good authority, the smells in the
Really?
Allegiant Field locker room in a post-game Raiders victory was not always just that of tobacco. It was that of the Colorado flower, state flower.
Okay,
So,
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. And so, yeah, man, I don't feel like Max Crosby's unbelievable. I love watching him play. He's a great player.
Yeah,
he's a Syracuse. No, he's Eastern Michigan guy. Eastern Michigan.
He's not Syracuse.
Yeah, I always sometimes confuse him with who was the guy that played Nassib? Your boy Carl Nassib.
Carl Nassib. Yep.
All right, so what do we got here? So these
eight
are
sacks. 8 sacks, pretty decent.
Okay, 8 sacks, not bad. See where him being sub 60 tackles is surprising.
There's Genty, his running numbers under Dobbins.
Yeah, Dobbins still like without playing for the last 4 weeks is still like a top 10 rusher.
Look at Bowers being their number 1 receiver.
Oh yeah, Elijah Tucker. That's right. Jacoby Myers no longer with the team.
Yeah, how about that? So yeah, right. Oh, that's so funny.
DMac, I went to this game last year. Raiders hosting the Broncos. I was at this game, so I went to go.
Oh,
so I was up on press row. I hate that stadium, man.
Why?
It's sterile. It's a very, very sterile, lifeless, soulless building.
Yes.
Even like kind of the walk there, if you get dropped off on Uber, kind of have like a kind of a gross pregame area, sponsored or presented by Modelo.
I just walked over the bridge from the Strip.
Even then, it's just
that way.
I don't know, man. I think it looked when I first drove by Allegiant, for a couple of years before I went to a game there. The first game I ever attended was my dad's state championship game at Allegiant.
That's awesome.
2 years ago.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, it's kind of cool. But then I went, it was a shell of a crowd. There was no alcohol. The concessions were limited.
Right.
So I expected a Raider game to be like an awesome environment. And I've gotten to the point where I think a Raiders game in Las Vegas with this expensive stadium they built that looks like an Al Davis warlord ship. It's a miss. It's a miss.
It's like a nice showroom.
Yes.
Yes.
Showroom's a great way to put it.
And I was like, why are all these tickets so expensive, but there's so many empty seats?
Exactly.
And I realized, okay, there's no difference between this and going to see Blue Man Group. So it's all the tickets are the secondary market, meaning there's not a high demand for local fans.
Right.
And if it doesn't sell out, whatever, and it is just like another Vegas event. Very different, by the way, going to a Golden Knights game.
Love
very
the environment of now it's annoying. A Golden Knights game is highly annoying.
But it's packed with local people.
It's Vegas's team. It's Vegas's team.
The Raiders are not. They're not Vegas's team.
I don't know that they're like, it's going to take, I don't see it in I'm looking out over the horizon. Remember Sean talking about the horizon?
Yes.
What was it? 25 miles that he was talking about?
Yeah. But we learned if you go up high, it's longer. If you're lower, but okay, fine.
But I don't see that moment in the 25 miles down the road where the Raiders become Las Vegas's team.
I don't either. It's not. There's some element of blue collarness with the Knights that just taps into. I live in Henderson.
Yes.
And, I'm not really from Vegas, and Allegiant Field just feels like, it's Vegas. It's Vegas.
Yeah, Strip.
We're in the Bellagio for football. And I'm there, and they've got a huge stage by that big flame that comes out.
Yeah.
That you can have like a 15-piece band there. And Mike, I'm not joking. When I was there, Dionne Warwick was doing the pregame show. She was doing just like a half-hour show of Dionne Warwick and her biggest hits. Well, nothing gets you less fired up for Sunday afternoon football like Dionne Warwick. But listen, The band sounded good.
Yeah.
Get it. We're in Vegas. Like, the horn section is going to be awesome. And it was. But the game started, and it was, I mean, you could hear a pin drop. And I'll tell you this. It's a home game for the Broncos.
It is.
So that's good, right? That's good.
Yep. Yeah, last year I went and stayed at my spot, Circa Hotel and Casino, over in the Fremont Street Experience. Pretty
Great
cool.
spot. Yep, absolutely.
They have a really neat kind of Broncos pregame that's happening tomorrow night, which is neat up there at the second roof. Have you ever been to Circa?
I'm dying to go.
I'll take you there, man. It's a great spot. You want to talk about I actually can envision you, me, Anne Marie, and Cat Cave.
Let's go.
All going and just, dude, you want to talk about like the ultimate sports viewing experience for like a NCAA? We should do it for the NCAA tournament.
Let's go. Cat Cave. She thought she was going to hate Vegas. It's one of her favorite places to go.
Vegas is fun, dude. Good vibes.
Can I tell you something like this? A lot of people think of Vegas, Sin City, the whole thing. I'm going to tell you this, folks. The best thing about going to Vegas is going with your wife.
It is.
Seriously.
I totally agree.
Because
yes,
you don't have anything to stress out about at the end of the night. And,
nope.
and you don't need to push it further and get yourself in trouble.
100%.
And there's places you really don't need to go. And nothing starts out hotter than a 12-dude bachelor party and ends with you walking by yourself at 3 a.m. down Industrial Boulevard, hoping you don't get stabbed. And that to me,
and to think in some of those people's situations, the amount of money that they spend with one goal in mind.
Dude.
And oftentimes you end up just walking down Industrial Boulevard by yourself, hoping not to get stabbed at 3:52 a.m.
If you don't know an Industrial Boulevard, it's the street next to the Strip. You know a lot about the Strip. What you don't want to be is by yourself at 3 a.m. on the street next to the Strip.
It's not the one you want to be at. It's not where you want to be.
No, the only place below that is in like the underground tunnels of Vegas.
Yeah.
So the Strip, Industrial, and now getting stabbed by a bum on the underground streets. So
a little update from Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. Newsflash: the Dallas Cowboys defense still sucks.
How about that, huh?
They're terrible.
Do I feel bad for Dak Prescott?
Yeah. Dak's played really well this year, man.
It's not his fault. It's not
Dak's
CeeDee Lamb's
had a good
fault.
season. Yep. The offense has been good. Did you stand by this Lions and the loser of this game is done? Postseason.
Okay. All right. I'm looking at their records. Okay. I mean, not technically, but
trajectory wise.
You know, the loser of this game probably just doesn't have what it takes to win it all. That's probably true. Whether they can limp into the playoffs,
well, I mean, if you look at the Lions, if they had lost this game, they'd be 7-6, trailing both the Bears that are the number one seed and also the NFC North and the Packers.
I got you. You're right.
And then I think the Cowboys' only chance. Ooh, that looks like a nasty little knee bump. But the Cowboys' only chance probably was to win games and win the division and just hope that the Eagles continue their slide, which seems to be real.
Oh, here's my wife about the Vegas thing. Let's go.
Yep.
I told you.
Come on, Cat Cave.
All right, let me play you a little Sean Payton from yesterday. And this is now this is a big cliche, okay? It's a big cliche. However, in Sean's case, I think it's true.
I hate losing more than anything in the world. And so I think fear of failure is a very significant motivating factor. And so I think from a detail standpoint and there's nothing that's too small that's not significant that has to exist outside the lines as well. The entryway, the locker room, the signage, post-game, and everything we do, there's been thought given to all of it. And so almost maniacal with the details. And And I just think that I think eventually the feeling of the player feeling like they've thought of everything.
All right, Coach. He's doing some deep introspection, and then I won't play it, but he talked later about how, I didn't want to leave Fox on a Sunday. I'm there from them. They had to kick me out because I needed something to do. And I do think that is very consistent with, and I think he's being reflective here because I think he understands I do drive people crazy sometimes. I do. And I probably need to watch that.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of that. But like, I can't help myself, and I kind of wish I could. He went on to say this too.
You know me well enough. Like, you're never going to hear me say I feel great, right? And so, I feel like we have our next challenge.
This is this guy.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts when you hear that?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely it's definitely from the Belichickian, Bill Parcells, Nick Saban tree of thought process to actually like think about like the actual thought process of two things that he said and what that says about you as a person. I'm more motivated by hating to lose than I am loving to win. Right? And then the second one is a very, very powerful, if not the most powerful motivator, is a fear of failure. That is very much from that school of thought. And I've worked for head coaches that are motivated by that. Now, the only thing I'll tell you, and this is something I said this morning on the morning sprint, it's probably why I'm not coaching at the highest level. I love winning. I love sharing in victory. The fear of failure, I never wanted that to be a driving force. Now I'll say this, some of the best coaches, Bill Parcells, offensive or defensive guy?
Defense.
Nick Saban, offensive or defensive guy?
Actually, even kind of weirdly special teams, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But not an offensive quarterback guy, Bill Parcells.
No.
Nick Saban.
I'd say defensive.
100%. Bill Belichick.
Defensive / special teams.
Yes.
But mostly defensive, linebackers specifically, but yes.
Inherently, what do those, if you're a coordinator of defense, what are you essentially doing? Are you trying to succeed, or are you trying to prevent somebody else's success?
Prevent success.
And that's what the fear of failure is. Or that's what, as Sean Payton says right there, that's a great defensive mindset. And this team has become Saban-esque. This team has become Belichickian. This team has become Parcells that way. But the problem is that I think offensively, what's the mindset of offense? Give me a couple of adjectives that would describe what goes into making a really good offense.
I think being aggressive makes a good offense, frankly.
How about creative?
Absolutely. And
in fact, creativity.
In fact, when I look at the Raiders offense, holy cow.
Yeah.
Zero creativity.
Correct.
I mean, zero imagination. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
But I'm vibing off what you're saying.
If the other thing I would say is loose. Right? Playing loose.
You gotta be a little flexible. You don't know what you're going to face until you walk up to the line of scrimmage.
At times, you got to be malleable. You got to be flexible. You got to be easygoing. You got to let water roll right off your back, right?
Right.
Is that the same mentality and mindset of somebody that is motivated by a complete and utter fear of failure and by a complete desire to not lose?
No, and that's probably why the Broncos look like a very stiff team until, they got to come from behind. It's the last 2 minutes of the first half of the game, or perhaps even you're pressed to the limits in overtime.
Yeah.
And it's clearly how Bo Nix processes things way better.
Yeah.
In those moments when he's moving a little bit and he is a little looser and he doesn't have to play stiff. And in all honesty, that's probably the biggest problem between Nix and Payton in terms of communication is that struggle of do it my way. Okay, do it your way. Or, at the end of the day, we got to win. So, but I don't know how you manufacture that from the jump, though, Coach. How do you just start like that and stay like that?
Here, all I'd say is that Sean Payton himself just basically defined the mantra, as did Pat Surtain II, and Pat Surtain II, by the way, was very comfortable saying that we have developed the mantra and have adopted the mantra of we are driven by we just don't want to lose. That's what motivates us. Not that we want to win, but that we don't want to lose. He was comfortable in saying that because what did he do his college career? He played for a guy that was driven by the fear of losing football games. And I tell you once again, that definition that Sean Payton has laid out is why you're 10-2, but it's also, in my opinion, as an offensive guy, and Sean Payton's an offensive guy, it's also why you have some painful offensive football at times because you're playing tight.
We will have our prediction of this game in just 1 second. This word from Journey Spice.
There's a world of flavor out there, and to find it, you have to take the journey. Journey Spice Company handcrafts the most premium spice and seasoning blends that have no sugar, no salt, are certified USDA organic, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, and always planet-friendly. You are going to love serving amazingly delicious creations while knowing you helped reduce single-use plastics. Make sure to search for Journey Spice Company on Amazon today.
Spice, we love you. Use the code GetSpicy and save yourself 10%. Thank you, Andon and Rosa. I don't know if you caught it today. We had Adam Schefter on, and I made some sort of bet with him that I lost. I don't even remember what it was, nor do I know how to pay a bet off to Adam Schefter. Like, I'm not even sure how to do that. Like, it's not like he gives me his address, although we've been friends for like 25 years. And frankly, why hasn't he given me his address? But okay. So I was like, all right, it was something about the Raiders and they were going to win a lot and they didn't, blah, 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 blah. By the way, tonight, just let me point this out. I get it. It's a short week, but not for these two teams.
Right.
These two teams played on Thanksgiving. They got a full week off. Look at the quality of this game. I mean, defensively, no quality, but it's a fun game.
Yeah, there's been offense. There's been production. It didn't look like the Broncos Raiders coming off of 4 days rest, does it?
Correct. If the NFL has a brain in their head, 2 preseason games, expand to 18, 2 bye weeks. How about the fact college football has 2 bye weeks and they play 12 games? 2 bye weeks.
You had like bye weeks in like 2 weeks off over the course of 3 weeks.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Let's take the Super Bowl and push it back to President's Day weekend, and we'll all be happy. That's exactly how. And so every team that plays on a Thursday, it will happen after a bye week. Period. So you'll always have rest before the Thursday games because you'll have 2 bye weeks to play with. How about that? How about we go?
I agree. I agree with it.
So Adam Schefter's on, and I am so confident that the Broncos are going to win. I am saying style points actually matter in this one if your ultimate goal is to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Your 4 games after this are all tough. And if you win the next 4 games by 1 point each, Packers, Jags, Chiefs on Christmas in Kansas City on a short week, and then the Chargers, whatever, man. I'll take just a W in any of those games.
Agreed.
This is a terrible team who has fired 2 coordinators, who has lost 10 division games in a row. And if it wasn't for Tennessee, they'd be getting Fernando. That's who they are. And you know what? Maybe the Titans will do something stupid. And because they got Cam Ward, maybe Fernando Mendoza does end up with the Raiders because they may have the second pick in the draft. I mean, maybe that does happen. So I said to Adam, I will quadruple down on my bet, whatever it was, and that the Broncos win by 20 points. So I am doing 30-10, but my real prediction is the Broncos win by 20 points in this particular game.
Okay.
Now, that could go sideways on me so many different ways. I mean, they could be up 27-7 and the game's over and the Raiders get a fluke touchdown, or it's 27-10 and the Broncos roll for like 6 straight minutes and take a knee at the 4-yard line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of ways this could go south on me. So it's extremely risky, but I'll stick with that 20-point prediction. I think style points matter, and I don't see a world. And if Max Crosby doesn't go, I mean, I'm looking better with my 20-point spread. I got it 30-10 Broncos. Coacher, give it a crack.
Yeah, this actually reminds me of a year ago when I went to Las Vegas to watch this matchup. Bo Nix was in the middle of being in a confident state of mind. The Broncos won that game a year ago in Vegas, 29-19. I got the Broncos winning this one. I think it's going to go 20-7.
Okay.
You're going to have 100% improvement on your 10 points that you scored last time against the Raiders. And I think the defense is going to be really, really good for the Broncos in this one. I think they're going to be suffocating. So I got 20-7, and it's going to be a game that you pretty much are in control, but not firm control for the entirety of it.
Okay. We're seeing it slightly different, but you certainly wouldn't be surprised. Right. But like you wouldn't be surprised one way or the other. Here's what I'd be surprised.
I think the Broncos could absolutely boat race the Raiders.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
They should.
Because here's what happens too with this Raiders team. First of all, they lose time of possession. Okay. They suck at time of possession, and they get tired and frustrated, and they lose their discipline. And that's what happened against the Chargers, because Justin Herbert yelled in Max Crosby's ear and Crosby shoved him, and you picked up another 15. And that's what you do, because you're idiots. You're a dumb team that loses all the time.
Yeah.
You cannot push the ball. They are so bad offensively. So I don't know how Pete Carroll keeps his job, aside from the fact I think the Raiders are literally paying 5 head coaches at this time.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
I think it's Gruden, McDaniels,
Art Shell,
John Madden. We just keep going. Tom Flores.
Yeah, Tom for sure, no doubt.
All right.
They're probably paying Darren Rizzi. I don't know. I mean, he's probably coached there in the last 15 years. Probably the Riz master.
By the way, final score in where are they playing? Detroit,
44-30. Cowboys are 6-1. So 13 games in, they got 4 to go, and they got 6 wins.
No, that's it. They're toast. That season's
I think
over.
so too. I think that thing's over.
Yeah, because I mean, the Lions are probably a wild card. The Packers are probably a wild card. Who else would be the wild card there in the? I don't know. Unless
do the Packers and Bears have 2 left?
No. What, 2 games? No. Can't. They got to have more than that.
Who won their first one?
Oh, 2 left. Are they? I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you were saying.
I think the Packers and Bears have 2 against each other in the remaining 4.
I could check that out. My fine feathered.
They play this Sunday, and I think that might be their first one this year.
They play the Sunday. Oh my God, they play 2 out of 3 weeks.
Isn't that wild?
Wow.
Yeah,
that's kind of fun. They play at Green Bay on December 7th. At Green Bay, and then they play in Chicago on December 20th.
Sandwiched by a tilt with the Broncos.
Yeah, how about that? And
for
the Bears
Packers.
play. The Bears will get to play Shadur Sanders in his last football game ever in the NFL.
Really?
You want me to explain that take?
Please.
They got Deshaun Watson, dude, on the he's on the clock to come back, and he's practicing actively. And
so
I think
Shadur's last game ever.
Yeah, ever in the NFL will be against the Chicago Bears in Chicago. So, because no team's listen, man, I don't mean to crap all over Shadur and all his fan base, but the dude does not know how to play quarterback. Sorry. Not in the NFL, he doesn't. And you can't drop back forever. And I actually am going to roll with Sean Payton on this one. If you get sacked a lot in college, you're going to get sacked even more in the pros. And that's just the way it goes. And that is why, one of the reasons why Sean loved Bo Nix. And look how that has turned out. He was completely right about it. Bo finds a way. Bo knows what he's doing. Shadur doesn't.
Yeah.
And I saw it with Tebow. Tebow knew all of his flaws, coach. He knew all of them. Any flaw you can think of, not only did he know it, but they worked on it. Didn't matter. There are some, and I remember talking to Brady Quinn about this because I don't know. Do you have a good relationship with Brady? Do you have any relationship with Brady?
I've never met him.
You'd love him.
I know.
I love Brady Quinn.
I listened to his show earlier in the morning with what is it? Two Pros and a Cup of Joe.
Fun show.
Is that right? 2 Pros and a Cup of Joe.
That's what it is. Yep.
Yeah, with LeVar Arrington, he's unhinged. Holy cow.
Yeah. Well, Brady was the problem with Brady in the NFL is when the lights went on, he was just a little too stiff and he just, I don't know, he just couldn't get it done. However, as a coach and as just a physical human being, like Brady Quinn, no problem taking your shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Like he had one of them bodies. It was kind of insane. So his mechanics were, coach, unbelievable. Brady Quinn's mechanics, unreal, incredible. And his size.
He was cheap state, man.
Yeah. The problem was that's not that. He had all of that, but he didn't have the other intangibles. Like he didn't have, and he wasn't athletically that fast. He wasn't good to scramble around. So he was a bit of a statue back there. However, his throwing mechanics, and he could coach football and be a quarterback and maybe an offensive coordinator, no problem. So I go up to Brady one day. This is the weird Tebow, Brady Quinn, all that sort of time. And you have to understand something really weird. The Broncos were getting Brady Quinn to get ready to play in the playoffs on 3rd down only. How about that?
That's stupid. So dumb.
That was happening. It just so happens in that game against Pittsburgh, for whatever reason, your boy Tim Tebow threw for, that's right, 316 yards. He was unbelievable in that particular playoff game throwing the football. For what reason? Who knows?
Well, I think it's because he is exactly what he was that day, an elite passer of the football. It just he didn't get the opportunity.
My story is going crazy long, but the bottom line is one day I went up to Brady, who was a great guy, and I go, Brady, how long does it take to fix throwing mechanics? And he knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And he looks down on me and he goes, thousands of reps, thousands. And what he was telling me was, it's too late for Tebow.
Yep. Muscle memory.
You cannot make up the amount of time to get this done. And sadly, coach, thousands.
Yeah.
That's what Shedeur would need. And the time has gone. You can never get that time back. He needed to correct all of that while he was in college, but it was daddy ball. And I know, like Tebow, by the way, at Florida, they didn't give a crap about his mechanics. You know why?
Because he was a hero.
That's right. They didn't give a crap.
It was so it wasn't daddy ball. It was hero ball.
It was hero ball.
He was the ultimate hero. He was a legitimate hero.
And Spurrier didn't give a shit enough about him.
Urban.
Was it Urban? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That actually makes much more sense, doesn't it?
No,
Urban didn't care enough about him personally to do it's like Tiger Woods recreating his swing. They refused to do it with Tebow. Why? You know why. They were winning.
Yep.
So they didn't care.
Winning is intoxicating.
And Shedeur, it's gone. It's gone. It's over. I mean, am I wrong?
Give me this week. I want to watch this game.
All right.
I want to watch him on Sunday.
Like Shakira said, hips don't lie, feet don't lie. It doesn't lie, coach. It just
I am
you'll see.
Yeah. Well, you know what's
by the way, the Browns beat the shit out of the Raiders. They sacked them 10 times. The Browns killed the Raiders, okay? Killed them.
They sacked Geno, not Shedeur.
The Browns. The Browns sacked Geno. Yes.
Geno. Yes.
Yes. Shedeur. Yes. The Raiders defense. I don't know. I forget how many times Shedeur got sacked in that game, but he beat them. The Browns beat them. The Browns are terrible. They beat the Raiders in Las Vegas.
So Shedeur Sanders right now, he is 31 of 61 in 3 games, 50.8% completion for 405.
Yeah, that's terrible.
He's got 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and in 3 games, he's been sacked 6 times.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So
actually not
he's averaging 2 sacks per game.
That's not bad. But,
I mean,
but Mike, how many times does he run backwards and throw the ball away or whatever? I mean,
yeah, it's kind of unfortunately that's the trend.
And by the way, 50% percentile completion. That's absolutely horrible.
Yeah, that's Dylan Gabriel was 58%.
Yeah, that's not that great.
No, dude, Dylan Gabriel was 59%. How about this? Dylan Gabriel statistically had 7 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Joe Flacco was 58%, 2 touchdowns to 6 interceptions.
That's terrible.
So bad.
And one good game as a Bengal. One good game as a Bengal.
Man. The Browns are so bad.
Stealing money though. All right. So by the way, there was a little CU news, by the way, today.
Go offense.
What do you think about that? Brennan Marion jumps from Sacramento State. There you go. The home. What's the nickname? And who's at the home of?
They're the Hornets, and that's Mark Mosier's home.
There you go.
The Stingers, baby. Stingers up.
Go.
So Brennan Marion, if you've ever looked at my Wikipedia page of college football between the years of 2009 and 2022, pretty remarkable. Pretty wild how many places I went. Brennan Marion makes me look like a guy who stayed in one place a long time.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
I mean, dude, he took a head coaching job, took an entire staff to Sac State and promised a new conference. They were going to jump into the Pac-12 and they were going to buy themselves into that and gone after 1 year.
Yeah, but I read that he was disappointed the school let him down. He feels the school let him down in that.
Okay.
I mean, he wanted to do it. The school didn't get it done.
Okay. Yeah. Go get him.
You want to talk to me about the go-go offense? I did a little studying on it, by the way. It's really interesting.
I've watched it. It's basically, I'll say this. Anybody thought it was going to be a good fit for Juju Lewis does not watched him. Watch Matthew Sluka, the kid that was promised NIL money at UNLV by a particular coach that never made good on that NIL promise.
You remember that
transfer portal? You knew who that coach was?
You know what he did that? He did that right before the Syracuse played.
do you know who the coach was that promised him the money and it wasn't actually there? Yeah. So
no way.
Yeah, just do some simple Googling. You'll figure it out. It's pretty simple.
So you're saying this dude is a little slimy?
No, I don't know that, man. I just think it's a lot. It's a lot. It's hearsay. I don't know how the stupid NIL works. The world works anymore. I don't know. I just know that Matthew Sluka was 4-0 as the starter at UNLV last season, and then ends up entering the portal. On the good side of the go-go offense, one thing that it does do, almost to the point of being damn near like an Air Force, Army, Navy offense, is it does attempt to run the football a lot. And it's out of shotgun
with 2 running backs,
but with very unorthodox stacked, alignments of running backs. And so it ends up being a lot of option football. It's zone read, outside zone, quick flare out throws, a little actual triple option from the gun. I mean, it's going to force CU to run the football. What I wonder is if you look at the offense, like if you look at even Sac State's offense this year, heavy run game, no pass game.
Yeah, and from what I read and I heard Brendan Marion talk about it, it enables you, especially with your offensive line. You don't need the biggest, strongest guys on the offensive line. You just need guys who kind of get in the way and can kind of move a little bit.
Yeah, so but I would say this offense is never the levels that this offense has been employed. It was created in a high school. You probably read the article or saw the video. It was created in a high school, which is fine. And then it was run at
junior college.
Well, yeah, junior college. And I think it was run again at was it Howard University? Does that sound right?
It was an
Yep. And then UNLV and then Sac State. This is going to be the first time where it gets tested against the likes of, BYU and Utah and Kansas State and.
But why would Juju Lewis want to be the quarterback in this system?
That's what I don't think is going to be a reality.
Juju All you Lewis is a throwing quarterback, not a runner. Who wants to play in the NFL.
Yeah, not a runner. Not a runner. No.
And so I would anticipate the next thing we are going to hear is Juju Lewis is leaving CU.
Yeah, and it might be. It could be after spring ball. Could be
fine. Whatever.
What I'm going to also find interesting, DMac, is Here's what I'll tell you about Brendan Marion. He'll recruit. He'll work at it.
Yes.
And that's something that I would tell you that I think is a big benefit of hiring Brendan Marion.
Yeah, and guess what they're going to do? They're not going after the Louis. They're not. They're going to Target for shopping bags.
Yep, they have
to make the best. They don't have a choice.
You have to.
Yeah, you got to. And you're in a hole deficit-wise, and a lot of schools are, but you are, and there's no way to really get out of it. And Prime said, if you really listen to his press conference, the Last Supper press conference, the one big takeaway is when he just flat out said it's just all about the money with these kids these days. That's it. And he said it sort of in a way like we just don't have it. And he's one of the reasons you don't have it, by the way.
Right.
I mean, your salary is one of the reasons they don't have it. And that's that. So forget about Louis. We're going to Goodwill.
Yeah.
And you can look good putting on clothes from Goodwill. You can.
Thrifting is a blast, dude. I love thrifting.
Sure, you can do it.
Now let me ask you this, DMac.
Yeah.
A year from now, exactly 1 year from today, as Raj would call it, December 5, 2026, which would be a year and a day.
Yeah.
What are we going to say about Brendan Marion and CU?
Nice guy, but it's a disaster.
I'm going to say improvement, but nowhere near enough improvement.
Yeah, but I mean, are we playing that game? Are we playing like the Dion, like, oh, we're look,
5-7.
We have twice as many wins as last year because we have 2. I mean, oh my God, we improved by 40% because we have 5 wins. I mean, you won 1 game in the Big 12. What are you going to win? 2 and double your output and say that's a victory? Come on, man. What are we doing here? And by the way, who exactly are you beating in the Big 12 next year? Who's that going to be?
Yeah, that league, it's not unbelievably good. I'd say UCF is the only team. Scott Frost, complete disaster.
Do you get to play them again?
Yeah. So next year, the only guaranteed win that I say you have right now is a home tilt against Weber State, which is stupid. Why would this team play Weber State? You go September 5th at Georgia Tech in Atlanta.
That's a loss.
And then you go at Northwestern and play in Evansville.
That's a loss. You're going Big 10. That's a loss.
Yeah, and Northwestern was, and then you have home at Weber State, and the rest is Big 12 schedule.
That's a W. And tell me what Big 12 team you're going to be better than next year.
UCF is the only one. I think Scott Frost is an unmitigated disaster.
All right, so we got 1, just like you beat Iowa State. I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe you get an Iowa State game too. That's 2. You get 2.
How about the consolation prize for being CU's only Big 12 victory is you get the Penn State job if you're the head coach of the team that lost to him. Because that's what I hear is happening. I heard Matt Campbell is getting the Penn State job.
Are you kidding me?
That's the word on the street.
Oh my God. Wow. Well, good for him.
Yeah. He's done a good job. He's been there 10 years. He's won a lot of football games. This year was a little down. So
he's getting the Penn State job, huh?
That's what I hear.
All right, brother. All right. Always fun. Anything else you want to throw out there? Or, I look in the comments. Anything else we got? No? Oh, shoot. I just screwed up. I just screwed something up.
Big
get out of here.
Big opportunity to get to 11 in Vegas. Get to 11 wins.
Yeah.
Just get to 11 wins. No drama. Just get there.
We'll get there 30-10. So I win the bet against Schefter.
Yeah.
Let's get all of that.
What did you actually tangibly bet?
$200 worth of Starbucks gift cards.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
It's a big bet, bro.
Well, he goes, how about like a $50 Starbucks gift card? I was like, well, all right. And he goes, quadruple it, right? And I'm like, yeah.
Cat Cave's not fired up right now.
Can you imagine somebody who makes $8 million is going to be fired up if he gets $200 worth of free Starbucks from DMac?
Oh, he's going to love it. He's going to use every single bit of it too.
All right, brother. I'll see you in the morning. Okay.
See you tomorrow.
All right.
To win games, you have to win the game, not lose the game.